Hello and welcome to PPR's PC Division 2 at the Monaco Grand Prix. We're going to show you some of our drivers so far. We got Persian King and Dr. McShorty on Team Ferrari. Their favorite track today is Monaco, so they are more than stoked to get this race going. Persian King, a vet, of course, and Dr. McShorty, a rookie. So it should be a great race for these two who are up near the top of the constructors' table. Next up, we got McLaren, of course, Skybits, and Striff, as I like to call him, as he loves me to call him that. But their favorite tracks are Canada, which will be next week. So a good one to look out for as they try and survive the very narrow streets of Monaco. They're actually pretty new to league racing here, but we'll switch on to Alfa Romeo, Racer 33, and Kubile. Racer 33, been league racing for about 2 months now, make that 3. We've gotten pretty deep in the season here. And he's getting his master's in mechanical engineering, so you know he knows what's up. This dude's got some brains. Kubile, of course, is in fact getting a podium like he always promises me. We got Toro Rosso, Dump Truck, and the Gaming Nub looking to survive through their rookie season. Have yet to race Monaco in this league, so it's sure to be a very surprising and exciting race for them. Gaming Nub, of course, his favorite track is Monaco, so we'll see if he can prevail. On Rocket Williams Racing, we've got Squirmy and Blase. Squirmy is has the most penalty points in league history for all leagues ever, because he tends to get in situations, and we'll see if he can try and keep it out the wall here at Monaco. We got Doc Balak and Young Dagger on Sport Pacer Racing Point Formula One team. Doc Balak not able to make it tonight, but Young Dagger, I believe, might be making an appearance here or there. Their favorite tracks are Italy and China, respectively, and they're both rookies for this league. And of course, for Renault Sport Formula One team, who I believe are now just called Renault Formula One team, we can't get the newest logo because copyright issues. You know how we do it here at PPR on YouTube. They're both of our commentators for Division 1, and they're just trying to get some good top 10 finishes here, especially at Monaco. Getting a top 10 here is a quality finish, I would say. Aston Martin Rebel Racing, consisting of Shay B and Blizzard. Excuse me here, I'm a little bit sick, so if I botch all... Of course, as I say that, I get a cough attack, but I'm a little bit sick, so if I botch any words, or if not all of them, then you understand why. We got Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula One team with Perez and Fusion Dog. And that about sums it up. But of course, we always got Haas. You can't forget about Haas, which are coming up shortly here. If the system proceeds to work. There we go. We got Eduardo Andretti and Nuke and Korea. I know both these drivers are racing today. Eduardo Andretti looking to drive clean here at Monaco. If he manages to drive clean, then I'll give him a good old high five, because it's hard to not get some wing damage here. You got to be so on it and concentrated. Both these guys rookies, looking to keep it nice and clean. But we'll go to track now. Get some volume for you guys so you can hear those beautiful Formula hybrid engines. It looks like we got Striff on a hot lap. Cruising down, we'll see if we can find the young track map. Your boy's gonna need some water at this race, at this rate. Setting that young purple sector 1, as he is the first to hot lap, it seems. Cruising down into the harbor. If you haven't already, you should go check out our PPR hot laps video made by Delirious, as Dump Truck sets the fastest lap of 111.8. We'll throw up some tire data so we can see what people are running, as Henners goes with a 111.3. Keep on board now with Striff, as he narrowly avoids the wall there. He'll keep on pace, though, to see if he can finish out the lap. Activates that DRS. Comes up to the line. What can he do? It's a 114.1, so P5 for him. As now we have the Ferrari of Persian King cruising up the line. Coming in sector 3, looking nice and clean with that purple sector on the soft tire here. Good looks all. I don't know why that wasn't working, but there he goes. Persian King pole with a 110.7. Looking nice and tidy there. We got Kermit in the Renault coming up to the line, starting his hot lap. Let's see who's cruising up to the line. Looks like Delirious has just started his flying lap. He's on mediums, and he's one of the D1 runners for both Xbox and PC. Doing it all here for PPR. We'll see what kind of lap he can put in on these medium tires. As he goes through the hairpin, the slowest point on the calendar. If you had watched our Hot Lap YouTube video, you would know that. So make sure you go check that out. Coming through the tunnel up into the Nouvelle chicane. Hard on the brakes. Not trying to repeat what he did in the D1 race. Late in the race. Persian King still chilling on top after that flyer 110.7 lap. We'll see if Delirious can do anything on these mediums. Get cracking into that top 10. Activates that DRS. Flying down with plenty of ERS to go. Comes to the line. And he goes P1 with a 110.6. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. On the medium tire. That's it, folks. Delirious can keep that. He'll be looking nice and pretty. We'll go on board now with his teammate, Propulsion X. Trying to get something as he completely cuts that chicane. I'm sure somehow it looks like his lap is not invalidated, so should be all right. Getting nice and slow through here, but it looks like he may be starting his flying lap again now. We'll see though, as he does not set a lap. So yeah, he may have invalidated there. Looks like the Toro Rosso dump truck has come up to the line. Nice and tidy there. Looks like Eduardo Andretti has retired from the session. Looks like it is the Nouvelle chicane. So we may get a glimpse of him from Propulsion's view here. As you come through. There he is. There's his car. Oh, goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens if you clip that inside barrier. You will die. That is a fact. Propulsion's hot lap definitely compromised there. We'll see what time he can put up for his first lap after seemingly getting some wing damage there from Eduardo Andretti. His retired car. He'll do a 1:16.1, so that'll put him in last of the timed runners so far, but a provisional P12. Go on board now with dump truck as he comes up to the line. Trying to get some kind of quicker lap. Does he go faster? He does not. He'll stay the same exact time of a 111.8. Taps the wall there. We got racer 33 coming up to the line. Oh my goodness, he just completely, where even is this on the track? He completely missed that turn. That is San Devote. He tried to throw up some heroics into San Devote and completely failed. That is quite unfortunate for racer 33. Not sure what happened there. Looks like Striff may have spun out a little bit there. So we just hop on board with him. We'll go on board now with Skybits as he's flying on the medium compound tire. Gonna hop back up though with Dump Truck as he comes to the line. He's just lapping, man. It says he's done 0 laps. Maybe he keeps invalidating. I'm not sure exactly, but he's been consistent on these softs. Continually just going and going. We got Tiger Bill in the chat. My boy. Tiger Bill is an OG, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll see what Skybits can do for his first time lap on the medium tires. He goes P8 with a 112.2, so not too bad considering he is indeed on that harder compound tire than most. Looks like the next guy up to the line will be Nuke Korea, as he's on the soft tires trying to improve his time of 114.0 as he's bumper carsing with the wall right now. That's a word I made up, bumper carsing. See what we can do, see if we can improve that 114 flat. And he does not, unfortunately, but Cosmo dives into the pits, so that'll be his run done for that time. We still got the McLaren, though, of Striff coming in hot for a lap. We'll see if he can improve. Up to P9 with a 112.9, so back-to-back McLaren 8-9 at the moment. Looking pretty saucy for this McLaren duo. We got PC Jesus, who at this point, I have no idea who he is, but I'm pretty sure it's someone else in our league who changed their name without informing me, so we're just going to call him PC Jesus. As Persian King goes fastest with a 110.2, provisional pole now on those soft tires, as we have, seems to be Henners starting another flying lap. Got a little oversteer there out of the hairpin. Pretty typical, as one does through that section. Looks like Henners forgot what neutral was and forgot how to get out of it, so he will definitely be backed out of that lap. That is unfortunate. A waste of a run there for him, it seems. PCG is coming up to the line. What can he do? No improvement there as he hits the wall. Racer 33 did retire, although he's still P5, so he will be able to start P5 at the max if all stays the same. We know Dr. McShorty has some pace in him, as well as Dump Truck, so we can see if they can improve their times. We'll go on board with Kerman now, who seems to have completely just missed that chicane. Solid effort, but he'll be down in the pits for sure, as his lap is done. Plenty of guys on their out laps now, including Cosmo, Dump Truck, and the Gaming Nub. No one seems to be on a flyer except for Henners, who, last time I checked, didn't have much ERS to go with. Oh, as PC Jesus retires right before the swimming pool chicane, thus retiring Henners. We'll see if anyone else is affected. Looks like no one's nearby. That is unfortunate. Well, hopefully Skybits knows that yellow flag, so he should probably slow down And hopefully those cars can get out of the way as soon as possible. I hope he knows what those yellow flags mean. There he goes. Excellent avoidance there from the McLaren driver, knowing to avoid cars at all costs. We'll see if Dump Truck can do the same. Green flags now as the cars are officially cleared. So unfortunate events for Henners there. He's still P3. That's the max position he can get at this point. But very unfortunate, like I said. That is why we follow yellow flags, folks. Always got to slow down. We'll see Cosmo, though, cruising in, looking pretty quick here through Rascas and out onto the main straight. Across the line. What can he do? No improvement there. Looks like he'll be setting up for another flyer, though. He's got plenty of ERS. We'll see what he can do. Looks like Skybits is powering down on some softs now. Going for a hot lap. Into Rascats through the final corner and dives into the pits. As Striff, I literally can't remember what he doesn't like or what he prefers to be called now. I've said it wrong so many times. I call him Striff. I don't know if it's Strife. Who knows at this point? Here comes Cosmo diving into the pits as well. We got the Ferrari of Dr. McShorty trying to set a faster lap. Comes up to the line. And he improves slightly, but not enough to edge out Racer 33. I don't know if he'll have enough time to get back to the pits now and try and set a faster lap. Delirious is in the pits. He's satisfied. Oh, I take that back. He's on his out lap now. He's going to go for some softs and see if he needs to. Although medium strategy there would be ultimate if he starts P2. So we'll see what you can do. But meanwhile, Striffium. Yeah, it's definitely Striff, I think. There's yellow flag detectors 1 and 2. Looks like could just be some drivers slowing down to let people by. Striff trying to break higher up into that top 10. Currently sitting P9. Out of the final corner. Does not improve his position. But we do have Kermit coming through. And he'll go P9 with a 112.3. Outdoing Striff there. Looks like we got PK on his outlap. As well as Dr. McShorty. Coming in hot. Sorry, Dr. McShorty going in the pits. So we'll look out for PK as he's on. PK, of course, Persian King. As he's on his flying lap. We got the Toro Rosso of Delirious on his outlap as well. Plenty of drivers out here as Kermit's backing off. Cosmo seems to be on his outlap. We're going to hop on board Persian King as he's the one that can really take pole here. He's hurling down into swimming pool chicane. Looking real nice there. Into Rascas, down to first gear. Keeping it oh so close to the wall. Activating that DRS. Can he improve his time of 110.2? He can. He goes 109.9, setting the fastest lap yet again and getting provisional pole. But meanwhile, we've got Delirious on a flyer. We'll see if he stays hot on this lap. Let's see what he can do. Locks up a little into Rascas there. Comes out of the final corner. Activates the DRS. What can he do? He'll back out of that lap. He is a smart man, ladies and gentlemen. He's looking for the long con. And by con, I mean strategy. He's going to be starting on those medium tires on the front row. We'll see if Skybits can improve his time, as he's currently sitting on the medium tires, but he'll switch to the softs so he completes his lap any faster. He does. It looks like he got a couple positions there. P7 on the soft tires for Skybits there. So nice qualifying there. Persian King is your pole sitter, followed by Delirious on the medium tires. So this should be a great battle to watch for, ladies and gentlemen. The varying strategies by these two. Of course, Hender's retiring, not being able to set a third and final flyer. So we'll see what he can do to try and make up that position. Got Duntruck in P4, Gaming Nub in P5, Racer 33 in P6, Skybits TV in P7. Check out his Twitch stream. That's what TTV means. I am dying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go get some water real quick. We'll take a quick little 30-second break. Just like the PPR Nick way. I'll be right back. Get used to it, folks. You're going to be seeing a lot of this race. Cars stacked up, warming up their tires all race long. I guarantee it. If there isn't a safety car this race, I'm Venoming PPR Nick $5. Swear to God. We'll see, though. PCD2 has been pretty clean so far this season, so we will look out for that. But Persian King, your pole sitter, leading the pack through the swimming pool chicane, followed by Delirious on those yellow-looking tires. This race is generally a one-stop in a perfect world, but of course you will get wing damage. You will have to stop more than once, unless you manage to keep it out the wall. So Delirious is going to be looking to go from mediums to softs, while Persian King will be looking to go from softs to mediums. So varying strategies here. The race win is completely up for grabs, as the drivers now all take their spots on the grid. So we try and get a solid view here. There we go. That's the one we want. 3, 4, 5 red lights. Thanks, Cody's. And it's lights out and away we go. Persian King getting a pretty solid start there. Nice and easy. So does Delirious. Oh my goodness, as Gaming Nub taps the wall. Delirious getting side by side as he takes the lead through turn 1. Delirious now ahead of Persian King. Delirious making an awesome move off the start on those harder compound tires. Excellent job by him. We'll go through the field to see if everyone else comes through clean. Looks like everyone has their wing here. New Career getting a little divey there, as Eduardo Andretti is all the way in the back. We'll go back up to the top now as we see everyone come through oh so slowly. Bit of wing damage there from the Red Bull, it seems, of Propulsion X. But now we'll hop on board with Delirious as he's leading the pack. Sitting very pretty now on those medium tires. followed by a charging Persian King on those softs. So far, a clean lap 1. Don't want to jinx it, as we have wings everywhere. Oh my goodness, there's not a wing on the gaming nub. He has no wing whatsoever. He'll be looking to try and keep it clean. I almost jinxed that about the safety car, as Delirious has the fastest lap as he's leading the race. And gaming nub will fly into the pits there. There's a huge gap now between Henners and PK, so these two will be battling it out. Looks like Delirious is already pulling out of a second on Persian King. Looking pretty saucy out here. These two will definitely be battling it out all race long if this keeps up. Would love to implement some kind of replay system so we can see that start again, because Delirious got a flyer passing Persian King round the outside into San Devote. I know Jeff tells us not to make any heroics there, but I can assure you Delirious disregarded that message and yeeted it into P1. Now 1.2 seconds ahead, flying away. So we have Dump Truck trying to make something happen on Henners. They're looking quite close here, as well as Cosmo and Propulsion X. Oh, as there's a wing gone from Cosmo, it seems. End plate nowhere to be found now, as the Walls of Monaco has indeed gotten him. There's been no safety car yet, and it's lap 3. My mind is blown. Oh, as PC Jesus seems to have spun out there. As Kermit's in the pit. Both Renaults will be doubling stacking now. That's unfortunate for both of them, costing them plenty of time. We'll see that now, as Cosmo will lose plenty of time here, unfortunately. Plenty of pit stops to go in this race, I'm sure, as Delirious already has a 1.5 second advantage over Persian King. So Renault already depleting 2 of their front wings. I hope that garage has more, because I'm sure they're going to need some later in this race by the looks of things. Lovely shot there through the swimming pool chicane. Persian King closing that gap just a little bit now, up to 1.4 seconds. Trying to put some kind of charge on him. Out of DRS range at the moment, but nothing happening. As Persian King goes fastest lap, he's trying to make something happen now. Race to 33 on the back of Dump Truck. Propulsion X already has a 3-second time penalty for warnings. That could be a very big factor, time penalties here. I know Delirious and Persian King both are very clean racers when it comes to time penalties, so this should be a good battle all the more. As New Korea has decided to pit. May have lost some front wing there. Persian King has now closed that gap to 1.1 seconds. Getting ever so close now to Delirious. If he's going to make a move, he's going to have to make it fast before those softs completely fall off, because once we get to lap, say about 6, those mediums will be a much better tire. Now dropping back to 1.4 seconds again. Not looking too great for Persian, as he'll probably have to see if he can make the undercut work, although it's quite a large difference in pit stops, as Persian King will probably be pitting on lap 7, around there, plus or minus 1, give or take a few, and Delirious will be pitting on about lap 27 or 28, so it's a big old difference in strategies, and they'll definitely have a bit of a break from seeing each other for about half the race and then meet up back at the end again. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1. It looks like everything's okay on the mini-map. May have been some lost wings. Typical fashion at Monaco. PK's now within 1.2, so he's fluctuating between 1 and 1.5 seconds here. but not enough to try and get some kind of move done. We'll hop on board now with his teammate, Dr. McShorty, who's behind this train of Racer 33 and Dump Truck. This is the battle for P4 at the moment, as Persian King Delirious have pulled out a huge gap on P3. Almost 8 seconds now. We're going to throw some tire delta now. Oh, and some wing seems to have been lost from possibly Dump Truck or Racer 33. We got the tire data there for you. As I believe it was Dump Truck that lost his wing, because Racer 33 is ever so close now to him. And we'll be looking to capitalize as soon as possible. As Eduardo Andretti hits the pits a little bit too quick and gets that 5-second time penalty. We're speeding in the pit lane. Meanwhile, Persian King has dropped back 2 seconds now to Delirious. He may have made a mistake there, or those softs really are just completely dropping off. Yellow flag in sector 3, not sure what that's completely about. It may be the car of Cosmo getting lapped now by the leaders. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2 as New Korea has retired from the session. Oh my goodness gracious. We'll see what happened here as Eduardo Andretti comes through. And we can see the car on the left there. Delirious managed to avoid it. There's no safety car, ladies and gentlemen. No safety car. Very interesting. As Dump Truck gets passed by Racer 33 into Send a Vote. So now he's possibly going to get passed by Dr. McShorty. So New Korea out of this session. Everyone doing a good job of getting out of the way and not hitting him as well. But like I said, interesting. No safety car there. Cody's wants me to give Nick $5. I think this is rigged. That really could have helped people. Oh, and as just as I say that, the gaming nug has completely gone off. We'll see if we can hop on board with whoever's close by. It looks like Kermit. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of how Gaming Nub ended up retiring. Oh, can't see me. He's disappeared, but he went straight on there, it seems. You can see his skid marks and lost it. So we do have a safety car. Nick, I'm sorry about your money. But it looks like Persian King has dived in the pits, so he's opted for the hards now. He's going to go all the way to the end. Solid strategy by him. It looks like he'll come out of the pits well before anyone else. So P2 on the hards there. Unfortunate for Delirious, although he can probably bank on another safety car later in the race, so we'll see. Everyone coming in the pits now on those soft tires. Very smart by those runners. As Skybits making a little quick pass in the pits. They're going to take that back, of course, as he passes the McLaren box. Oh, as Skybits actually gets out ahead of the stacks. I guess there's some wing changes, so Skybits making up some positions here. But Henners meanwhile, Delirious has caught up to the safety car. I told you, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that mark. Looking mighty fine here in the Monaco sunshine. As it seems there's a back marker of Kermit. Sorry, Cosmo stuck in between the two. Not exactly sure if PK will try and pass him here, as this is detrimental to Persian King's race. Oh, as he goes around him. Gets it done. He might have to get the position back. Oh, he does. I know this happened in the D1 race on Monday, where me and Persian King were trying to pass back markers in the safety car line, and it allowed us, but I guess in this case, it somehow did not. I'm not sure why. as we have Eduardo Andretti now on the back of Persian King. So leader back marker in the safety car line so far. Let's see what car comes next. It is the P3 runner, currently sitting in P5 of the safety car line of Henner's. So he's back up in it if he can get past these back markers right away. Still waiting on Skybit to try and catch the pack now. Most of those soft runners opting for the hard tires. Although Henner's went medium, so he'll be looking to probably two-stop at this rate. Maybe a bit of a stretch, but he can possibly make that work. Safety car looks to be staying out for one more lap just as we wait for the back markers of Propulsion X, Striff, and PC Jesus to catch the back of the pack. Cosmo is currently a sitting duck as Persian King is looking to pick him off. Oh, as Striff gets a 3-second time penalty. Cut in the corners, he's just trying to catch the pack up. That is unfortunate for him. Now Eduardo Andretti gets a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Not sure what that was. He may have cut the new Val chicane. Safety car is coming in this lap, so we'll hop on board with Delirious as he's looking to start. We'll see what kind of move Persian can make off the line. So there it goes as Cosmo dives in the pits. That is very odd. I'm not sure if that's even allowed. But Delirious getting a blistering start now. See the rest of the field come down. Very much spaced out. Not much happening in terms of overtaking. Cosmo into the pit, opting for those soft. Oh my goodness, as Striffium seems to have tapped the car in front. Not losing much wing there. Coming up on the outside of PC Jesus. Side by side now. As we have Dump Truck awfully close. Ooh, a little bit of lag there to race 33. Field getting very bunched up here on the restart as Cosmo gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Possibly out of the pit lane there. Dr. McShorty awfully close to Skybits. Will he make a move down the inside? He won't. Skybits staying on the outside as he gets a time penalty for cutting the chicane there, though. Skybits in a really great position now as he's P4 on those hard tires, so he can go to the end of the race as Dump Truck gets a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, Delirious doing a good job of staying ahead of Persian King. Dr. McShorty poking his head out there, but nothing doing. Cosmo gets another 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate for the Renault driver. Dr. McShorty right on the tail of Skybits, unable to make anything work at the moment. It's extremely hard and extremely frustrating to try and pass a driver who's even slightly slower than you. Because if they drive well, then it's pretty hard to get around. Skybits doing a great job of defending here with the charging Dr. McShorty. So he pokes out, looks for a little defensive move here. Skybits getting a little squiggly there. Racer 33 gets a 3-second time penalty, cutting that chicane. Of course, Skybits is on the hard compound tire, so Dr. McShorty will have the advantage as he gets a nice run out of the final corner, going side by side now into Sandevote. They're still side by side up the hill. Oh my gosh, as Dr. McShorty concedes a position, Skybits doing an excellent job of defending there. Nice driving by both drivers, keeping it clean and out of the wall in Monaco. Dr. McShorty will look to go up the inside. We'll see. Backs out of that one too. He's playing it safe. He knows he's got to play the long game here and keep his wing out of the wall. Come screaming through the tunnel now. Meanwhile, Delirious has pulled a 2.2 second gap on Persian King. So he's looking pretty solid out there in front. Dr. McShorty doing everything he can as Skybits goes defensive now and backs off the position, letting Dr. McShorty through. Wise choice there as they're both trying to make it to the end of the race and not battle each other. Dr. McShorty will now be on a charge to catch Henners and try and cop on the podium with Persian King, his teammate in the other Ferrari. Now Racer 33's turn to try and catch Skybits. As PC Jesus has retired from the session, looks like he's gone into the pits and opted to retire. Luckily, no safety car there. You know, we'll hop on board with Delirious, who's now 1.9 seconds ahead. Not too far ahead as Persian King seems to be staying in. Within touching distance almost. Oh, as Delirious hits the wall there. Lost concentration for just a minute. Wonder if he has any wing damage. As Persian's now within 1.5 seconds. This could prove costly if Delirious got damage from that little tap there. As Persian King's already within 1.3 now, so definitely something's up there with the front wing of Delirious. Or his tires could start to be going off and the hard compounds of Persian King starting to kick in. Yep, definitely something going on there. As Persian King's now almost within just a second. As we see some front wing debris on the ground there. Typical for Monaco, as we have yellow flag at sector 2. Here's 33 getting passed by a dump truck. Not sure what happened there. Race 33 may not have a wing anymore. Let's see. Let's take a quick look. Can't really see it from this angle. Yeah, he's lost his front left end plate there. So it looks like there was some contact and a bit of argy-bargy causing that yellow flag. He'll be having to dive into the pits. It's a shame because he was on the hard compound tire looking to go to the very end of the race. As there's some more wing damage as dump truck seems to have lost some of his wing as well. No front left end plate for him. So Racer 33 will pit. Dump truck will stay out with that damaged wing. Meanwhile, Persian King fluctuating now between 1 and 1.5 seconds again. We've seen this before. Unable to get into that DRS range of Delirious yet so far this race. Everyone pretty spaced out so far in this race. We got a back marker of Eduardo Andretti, who dives into the pits, getting out of the way of these front runners. But now, Persian King within DRS range. Unfortunately, doesn't have it this lap around, but we'll get it if he keeps within a second. Persian King awfully close now. You can tell those hards are feeling pretty prime at the moment, 9 laps in. Delirious on 16 lap old mediums. So he'll be doing his best to defend as much as possible. Of course, if Delirious keeps it out the wall, and keeps his wing intact, he can't switch to those soft tires at the end of the race and make a charge. But at the moment, Persian King's looking pretty up in P2, right behind Delirious in P1. Persian King right on the back of him. Persian King's smart. He'll just follow Delirious until he pits. Unless there's a very easy opening. I doubt he'll go for anything spectacular. He's looking to bring home the car in one piece. Although we on stream would love to see a spectacular little dive bomb if he's given the chance. You're right, Nick. It is Ash Wednesday, which I believe is the start of Lent. So, what are you guys giving up for Lent this? This season? I'm not religious enough to know what to call things, vernacular for it, but Persian King trying to stay within a second here. Delirious still got some heat. We got a yellow flag in sector 2. Seems to be Eduardo Andretti. Hop on board with him. Oh my goodness. As there's wings galore now. Safety car is out, ladies and gentlemen. And there's not even a retirement. Cody's wet. Seems that something happened. I'm trying to figure out what happened. Eduardo Andretti has retired from the session officially. It's a drive-through penalty for Propulsion X. I'm not even sure what the heck just happened. We got drivers in the pits. This would be prime time for Delirious to pit, in my opinion, if he wants to go to the hard tires or stay out. Of course, drivers. Oh, there's an 100 as he's totally hit the wall, seeing his car there on the side. As we got more penalties all over. Cosmo on the soft tires. 7 laps old. He'll be pitting. Yep. So basically everyone hitting the pits except for Persian and Delirious at the moment, and Propulsion. We'll see what Delirious decides to do. Is this the time? He's got a bunch of cars. Actually, no one behind him. Yes, he does go in the pits, so this will be solid for him, as well as Persian King. So we'll see if there's possibly a little swap-a-roo here, the positions. See who gets that first. Oh my goodness, as Delirious gets a new front wing, it seems. And Persian King will be out on top on the medium tires. So Delirious on the hard tires. So it is in Persian King's court at the moment. He's on the softer tire and ahead. Although Delirious did seem to have some wing damage, so he's on the fresh wing. We'll see now what these two can do. Really great strategy battle here, both on varying strategies, both with varying safety cars. As we wait for the rest of the pack, there's only 11 racers left now. All they've got to do is finish, and they'll almost be guaranteed a point. As Skybits now hits the pits. Everyone has pitted on this safety car, except for Racer 33, Dump Truck, and Propulsion X. We've still got 19 laps left, ladies and gentlemen. Just past the halfway mark here for the PPR PC Division 2 Monaco Grand Prix. As you can see on the mini-map, there's cars still spread out all over the field, so safety car will be definitely staying out for at least another lap. The reason Delirious opting for the hard tires is that he started on the mediums and unfortunately couldn't go back to the same tire. He has to choose a different compound. So Persian King opting for the mediums, which is probably the optimal tire at this moment. So Delirious's real only hope is for another safety car where he can throw on some softs and try and push to make that overtake. Delirious, of course, in PCD1, gunning for a podium, and unfortunately spun out near the end of the race, dropping back to P11. In the Xbox D1 race, unfortunately, getting mixed up in a near end of race tap and hit the wall and retired. So he's really trying to finish the race, at least I'd say on the podium, if not try and get the win after all the bad luck he's had here at Monaco this week in PPR. Safety car is coming in this lap. Cosmo still nowhere to be seen, way back off the pack. Alas, the safety car still is coming in, so we'll see. There's a Ferrari 1-3 at the moment. Incredible stuff here. Dr. McShorty trying to help out his teammate, get that constructors as many points as possible. We see now Persian King setting the pace, keeping it nice and slow as Propulsion X gets a 5-second penalty, severe collision. Fortunately, he must have lost his wing there. And they're off. His Delirious is nice and close to Persian King. Nice run up the hill. Delirious will have to make his move now if he wants to make anything happen. Stays tucked in behind now. Skybit's getting super close here to Kermit, trying to make something happen. All of our drivers now backed up nice and close to each other. So Skybit's coming up on Kermit. Will he make a move? He'll back off and play it safe here as Kermit locks up. Oversteers a bunch there. Gets away all right, keeps the position. Meanwhile, Delirious and Persian King already taken off 1.5 seconds ahead of P3. Oh my goodness, as Dr. McShorty hits the wall and loses his front left end plate. That'll be terrible for him in the long run. As Persian King sits at the fastest lap of 113.1. He's pulling away, but Delirious is staying hot on his tail. Hender's looking to make something happen from the broken wing of Dr. McShorty. Unfortunate for Ferrari, as they'll have to probably grab a new wing unless Dr. McShorty can keep the pace up. Delirious staying within 7/10 of Persian King. As of now, neither of these drivers in the top two have penalties, so they're looking mighty fine at the moment. Delirious looks to be just slipping out of DRS range, barely holding on. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Looks like Cosmo. Oh, goodness gracious, Cody's. Come on, give me that. Has spun out. Persian King says it's the fastest lap now. 1.1 seconds ahead of Delirious. To go side by side up the hill. Dr. McShorty blocking him off now. Great defending by the Ferrari driver. Looks like Persian King has extended the gap a great amount. Although we do know the medium tires may fall off late in the race and the hards will kick in, so it could be down to the wire at the end of the race here. Stay on board though with Henners, as he knows Dr. McShorty doesn't have the full wing. Skybit's looking to make something happen on Kermit here. So they go up the hill, poking inside. He'll back off. He's just keeping it safe, not making anything happen here. Oh my goodness, as Skybits has hit the wall. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he got too close to Kermit. And he has definitely lost some wing there as Racer 33 now tries to go up the inside. It's a big cluster now as the drivers are all stacked up. Racer 33 may have some wing damage as well now too. Oh my goodness, as Dump Truck surely has all his wing gone. He's going to be staying out though. Plenty of wings to go around for everyone. Skybits, unfortunately, will have to change his wing. And I'm sure Dump Truck as well. So Kermit's sitting pretty in P5 right now. Hender's still trying to catch up to Dr. McShorty. Looking at chat here, and it seems like you're all banning yourselves from the chat. Doing my work for me. Thank you. Making my life easy. Persian King is looking pretty good up there in P1. Delirious sitting outside of DRS range. As I believe Hender's is unable to catch Dr. McShorty, even though Dr. McShorty does have no front left end plate on his front wing. So Dr. McShorty doing a good job given what he's got. We're 28 laps down in this Grand Prix as Skybits gets a 3-second time penalty down in P9. That certainly won't help him. Got just about 10 laps left here. But so far, only 2 safety cars. Pretty clean, PC Division 2. Pretty clean. Props to you guys. Considering our other leagues had an average of about 4. Of course, PCD1 having so many safety cars that they had to result in virtual safety cars because they ran out of fuel for the safety car itself. That's a rumor. I'm not sure if that's true. But Hender's getting plenty of screen time here because he doesn't know how to pass Dr. McShorty with a broken wing. But he's getting oh so close. He's got that DRS flap wide open. We'll see if Skybits can do anything though. See, he's cruising on the back of Propulsion X. Oh my goodness, as he goes down the outside through the swimming pool chicane. What a move. Seemed like Propulsion may have let him by, but also big balls Skybits out here. Yeeting it in a place I don't think I've ever seen a genuine pass through. Nice job by him. Hender's still on the back of Dr. McShorty. Within 4/10 now, right on his tail. He's got to have something doing here. Dr. McShorty just pulling away out of the corners. Must be something in his setup where he's just able to break free. Those corner exits are prime on this track. Hender's trying everything he can to hop on that podium and break up that double Ferrari podium. Skybits has pit again. Looks like he's opting for the soft tire. Hender's gets a 3-second time penalty. Detrimental to his race for sure. Meanwhile, we got Persian King coming up on a back marker. This could prove problematic, as I believe it may be Skybits who's on some fresh softs, so he'll be yeeting down the track, trying not to lose any time. He's pulled out a 2.2 second gap now on Delirious. Just as I want to go off board, Cody slaps me in the face with another on board. Love to see it. As Delirious, oh no, gets a 3-second time penalty. That could be it for his race. Unless Persian King happens to get a penalty as well. It's like Skybits seem to have been holding up. I believe that's Skybits. Delirious a little bit, but he's within 2.2 seconds now. Not looking too good for Delirious. Looking pretty good for Persian King out front. Meanwhile, Henners has opted to go for the soft compound tires and a new wing. He may have damaged it in the process. Kermit will inherit P4. Looking great for him at the moment if he can keep this up. As Dump Truck gets a 3-second time penalty. Kermit can keep this up. This may be one of his best finishes in PC Division 2 for PPR. Looking good for the Renault driver. Meanwhile, Persian King looking nice and pretty out front. Delirious doing everything he can to keep up. We'll see if Persian King wants to get cheeky and opt for some soft tires at the end of the race. Try and get that fastest lap. Meanwhile, Henner's already creeping up on Kermit after opting for those soft tires. See what kind of defending Kermit can pull off. He wants to hold him on to that P4. He's got 5 laps left to do it. Henner's getting pretty aggressive here on the back of Kermit. Side by side. Oh my goodness, as Henner slaps the wall. Goes up the inside. We'll see what he can do. Cuts the corner completely. And may have lost a part of his wing. Yeah, definitely lost his front left wing plate there. Delirious now 5 seconds back. Not sure what happened. May have made a mistake there. It's got some of his front right end plate is gone indeed. So he'll probably just try and hold it out to the end of the race. Fortunate for him, so he'll be dropping back heavily from PK now. Hopefully PK doesn't make any mistakes here. Keeps it clean all the way through to the end of the race. He's been looking tidy and driven excellently so far this entire race. So props to him. You know, Henner's already pulled 3.8 seconds on Kermit. in just a lap. 4.3 seconds now. Kermit, of course, on those very old, hard compound tires. Delirious now dropping back pretty heavily here, but staying pretty consistently in front of Dr. McShorty. So he may decide to stay out just to try and secure that P2. Or he may opt to pit for that new wing and go for fastest lap. But that could possibly drop him down to P3, depending on Dr. McShorty's time penalties, because we know Delirious does have a 3-second time penalty. Yellow flag in sector 2. It seems to be okay, maybe just a tap of the wall by someone. One's still moving around the track. We got 11 racers still with 3 laps to go now. PK out in front by 6.2 seconds. Delirious doing a good job, still schmopping, even with that damaged wing. Keeping Dr. McShorty at bay too. Oh my goodness, as Delirious gets massive oversteer, keeps it out of the wall though. Good car control there. Late in the race, it's easy to make mistakes. Fatigue will get to you. This is one of the hardest tracks to concentrate at. Up there with Singapore, of course. As you see, Kermit has now decided to pit, dropping back. He has to change his wing. Must have hit the wall there. Unfortunately, he was running P5. Now on the softs. Hopefully he can stay out and not lose any more positions, as we have PK already coming up on him as a back marker. As he comes out right there. Virtual safety car, as Dump Truck has retired from the session. In the final corner, it seems. We'll hop on Dr. McShorty so we can get a better look. He may have clipped that inside apex there. That wall sticks out and it'll get you. There it is, yep. Must have hit it and smacked that wall. And that's it, folks. We now have 10 drivers left in this race with 2 laps to go. Luckily, it's only a virtual safety car, so won't cause any controversies for the end of the race, which I think is fair game by Cody's. Unfortunate for Dump Truck, but that'll promote Cosmo, I hope, into P10. As the VSC is now lifted, Delirious 8 seconds back now. Cosmo officially promoted into P10 now. Dump Truck has left the session. So we cruise on to lap 38 of 39 as Striff has hit the pits. Not sure why, maybe his tires were dying there. Maybe going for the fastest lap. Promotes Kermit into P6 as Racer 33 is on 26 lap old hard tires. Props to him for going in the longest stint without wing damage. Well, without replacing his wing, I'll give him that. Delirious dropping back to Persian King now. Oh, as he hits the wall there, that's got to be some more wing gone. He's got to do everything he can now to stay ahead of Dr. McShorty, at least 3 seconds, depending on the penalties of Dr. McShorty. PK looking very pretty there. You see that yellow ERS bar on his steering wheel. He's not even trying at this point. He's cruising because he knows he's got this basically in the bag. Unless, of course, he pulls the cap as we start the final lap. We'll stay on board now with Persian King. Get a nice view of him as he cruises through the beautiful streets of Monaco. Cosmo gets a 5-second penalty as he crossed the pit exit white line. And another 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. I'm afraid he might get disqualified soon. We don't want that, as he can possibly, there's a point up for grab if he keeps with it. Here comes Persian King out of the tunnel into the Nouvelle chicane. Nice and tidy, no penalties there. Delirious now 10 seconds back. His hopes of a win are now over. Persian King, though, started on pole, drove a brilliant race, master strategy, including 2 safety cars, managed to keep it out the wall, and he'll cross the line in P1 and wins the Monaco Grand Prix for PPR Division 2. Delirious coming up in P2 with that broken wing, finally gets that podium he deserves after a long week at Monaco. Crosses the line in P2. Dr. McShorty able to hold off Henners and crosses the line in P3 with Henners charging on the soft tires, getting another penalty there, trying to go for fastest lap perhaps, cruising into Rascasse. Comes up to the final turn, crosses the line in P4, nice little tap on the wall there. Race at 33, cruising on those 28 lap old hard tires. Good on him for lasting those all the way to the end. What seems to be barely a front wing. He's just got the lower portion there. Comes out of the final corner. Drove a brilliant race as well. Getting that P5. Comes in race at 33. But Persian King, your winner of the Monaco Grand Prix. There you have it. A Ferrari double podium yet again, with Delirious splitting them in P2. Persian King, your winner of the Monaco Grand Prix. Well-deserved champagne for all of our drivers on the podium. And we'll see now if we can get these drivers in the interview room for a quick chat. You can see our quick final rundown. So we have Persian King at P1. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 2 stops, optimal strategy it seems, with the safety car. Delirious at P2, Dr. McShorty P3, Henners P4, Racer 33 P5, Kermit P6, Striff P7, Propulsion X P8, Skybits P9, and Cosmo P10 to round off the finishers. All of our finishers today getting a point. If you make it through Monaco, you get a point. I think that's well deserved for all those drivers. Now we'll hop over to our interview booth. And find these drivers. So we'll go ahead and quit out of this young F1 game. All right, so here we are, joined by our 3rd place finisher, Dr. Mick Shorty. How was that race, man? You seem to be holding on there at the end. You there, my guy?
Oh, my bad. I had my mic muted.
There you go. How was that race for you, my man?
It was good. I was just trying to keep consistent since it was Monaco and all. So, but after that last safety car we had, I broke my wing on the 3rd lap, but luckily I was able to keep Henry behind me, and then he got wing damage, so he had the pit. So, very good 3rd place, I would have to say.
Yeah, I saw that. You had some solid defending there, trying to keep Henner's back, but luckily he got some wing damage. So congrats on the P3, another Ferrari double podium. Looking to see plenty more of those this season. Congrats, man.
All right, thank you.
Now we're joined by the not-so-serious Delirious. How was that race for you, my man? I know there's a good qualifying on those medium tires, but how was the rest of the race for you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, all loud and clear.
Yeah, it feels good to be back on the podium after a while. But yeah, after the to start on those mediums, and then you never know how Monaco is. So I just waited to see if anything would happen, and then the safety car came out, and I had no other choice except to go into the hards.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I knew going in the mediums is probably the prime strat there, as you saw the Persian did. But yeah, what was your reasoning behind backing out your final flying lap? You looked like you were probably on for pole there, but what was your reasoning behind that?
Just to be able to start on harder tires because you never know with Monaco. So it's always about track position rather than the type of tire.
Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, the safety cars didn't play in your favor too well. I was hoping possibly another one near the end there, but didn't work out. But P2, well deserved. Congrats after a long week of Monaco.
Yeah.
All right, man, take it easy. Now we're joined with the one and only Persian King. Got pole, drove a solid race. How was that for you with those all those varying safety cars and strategies?
I can tell you one thing, I'm sweating.
I bet you are.
It was a good race. It was fun. I got really lucky. Delirious got some wing damage, so when I got onto those hards, I thought I could go to the end on them, but I didn't even need to with the safety car that came out. I pit for the mediums, and I knew he started on mediums, so he had to go to hards.
What was your reasoning for pitting for the second safety car? You could have gone to the end technically.
I was right up on him, and I knew the mediums would be better, and they would get to the end. And I knew he had a front wing change, so I might as well go. And I overtook him in the pit lane, so it worked out.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was gonna have a wing change there. So seeing that little hop over in the pit lane was pretty exciting.
Yeah, just small little strategies here and there,
Exactly. Yeah, you drove a solid race, and I saw you at the end there just cruising, plenty of ERS to go around. So
Yeah,
uh,
I saw him get a penalty too, so I was hoping Doctor McShorty could catch up and get a 1-2 lockout.
yeah, another Ferrari double podium, almost a 1-2 there, but awesome drive, man. Really stoked to see you solidify that win at Monaco.
Thank you, thank you.
See you next week.
See ya.
There you have it, folks. That is it for our program today. We'll catch you next time. Throw up our little graphic here so you can see all of our team here at PPR that works so hard. We really appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate you talking in the chat, whether it's complete nonsense or very constructive of our stream. We'll throw on some tunes there to play you out because who doesn't love tunes, right? Anyways, there we go. That's what we want. All right, congrats to PK for the win at Monaco. We'll see you next time at Canada.